rolling. And look at YouTube catching up with Facebook. Nice. Let me see. There, give YouTube a better view. I switched the bed around. Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. It's your girl Jetty, Empress Jetty, the Rabble Rouser. Um, Coming at you from Black Enlightenment Live from the Philadelphia area, more or less. Y'all know what we do here. We broadcast consciousness, right? Now, this morning, guys, we gotta talk because, like, my homegirl really upset me last night, and I'm tired of, like, people not understanding this concept that I'm about to get into with you guys. So I moved my bed so your view's not as cool. We don't have the pretty wall anymore behind us. I don't know, maybe I'll move it back, who knows. But right now, the funny thing is, guys, let me do some invites here on Facebook, is that I spent all this time yesterday rearranging the house in preparation for this lady who I've coming to love. She's a pretty new acquaintance. And y'all know, I just generally crush over Black folks in general. And so I was rearranging my home for this particular lady and her children to come and stay here. Because if you don't know, I am currently in a dogfight for the inheritance that my father left. A big giant house and 9 virgin wooded acres of land. Just under 9. And the stupid thing is, the fight isn't like my siblings want it and I want it or something like that. The fight is that they just don't want to sell it to me. They all want to sell it, but not to me. They will not engage any discussion about selling it to me. They just keep trying to put me out. Fucking idiots. And so I don't even respond to their lawyer letters and shit, because at the end of the day, see me in court, bitches. I'll just present the email where months ago I begged you fools to, like, make an arrangement to sell it to me. And probably press harassment and terrorism charges against them or something fun like that. Who knows? But anyway, I say that to say that I am in a position where I could take quite a few families here in this house. We could probably comfortably, like without people being piled up on top of each other at all, house, 3 more families, in addition to my family. Now, we could, if we wanted to squeeze, we could fit like 8 to 10 families in here. If we were going to do like a lot of the shelters doing just like 1 room per family, right? Like 1 bedroom per family. There are easily 10 rooms here that we could put families into. Like 10 rooms that could be used as bedrooms, right? And so I've been putting the call out because the Most High sent me back here because a lot of you did not listen. People did not listen to the prophets, not just to me, but lots of the prophets out there. We told you guys you needed to get away from the cities. We told you you needed to get to where you have fertile land. You need to get where you have your own water source. Get out of the reality wherein you cannot survive without the grid, right? The Most High has been warning everybody that grid dependency is going to be troublesome in this as he brings Babylon and her cohorts to their knees, right? And forgive me for my little sniffles. I always got little sniffles and stuff. I don't know what's up with that. So I was in Belize, for those of you that don't know. I was in Belize for 5 years, basically doing the same thing, the same call and commission, to call people into interdependence and independence from the system by way of getting on land. Even if you got, listen, the truth is, even if you got to quote unquote steal the land, okay, because there's no such thing. I don't know who told these people that think they own all the land and we all have to buy it from them that they own the land. First of all, original and indigenous peoples have no business buying land from banks and other colonizers. That's the fuckest shit out there. But you've got to do the most expedient thing. So if it's more expedient for you to simply buy land, do so. If you're not in a position to buy land, don't let that stop you from getting land. Go squat and take you some damn land, because these people do not own the land. And that is a part of the coming out, is the refusing to adhere to the mandates of unlawful usurpers of power and authority in the realm. So, with that all being said, so here I am, back to Pennsylvania, commissioned back here to do what I have been telling Belizeans to do for 5 years. Telling Belizeans, don't give up your family property. I don't care who you have to fight to hold on to it. Don't give it up. If you've got fertile land, if you got a little piece of something, don't give it up. And so then here were me and my siblings about to like sell our inheritance off. And the Most High was like, yeah, they can do that. You cannot. Get your behind there and take that territory, claim your territory, and not just claim the territory, but make it a refuge for families in need who do not have the opportunity, wherewithal, whatever, to go ahead and secure land. Because at this point, we're pretty far along the process of this end time crumbling. And a lot of people are able to secure land, right? All right, last few invites here on Facebook, and I'm going to set this up properly. All right. So a lot of people, oops, sorry guys, are able to secure land through purchase, and I'm not speaking against that at all. In fact, I'm probably going to have to purchase this from my siblings, right? So that's the strategy that I will probably employ. Sorry, YouTube view is a little weird, but I guess you'd be all right. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. I want you to put it over. No, there we go. That's good. So I'm not giving you a boogers or anything weird. Okay. So how's that? So we're pretty far along in the process of the uncrumbling, if you will, of Babylon. And so there is an urgency to get people to secure locations where they could still survive if the grid goes down. And so this is a location like that, right? And so it makes sense, very perfectly in line with what the Most High commissioned me to do years ago, perfectly in line with what I was already doing. A lot of people are like, oh, she switched it up. No, I did not switch it up. I was very clear, and I've always been very clear that the Most High let me know that this was an international movement, right? That I would have to go to different nations around the realm and secure land and leave it in such a state that people can just go to it. Like, even if I'm not there, like I'm not in Belize, but I guarantee you, if someone hits me up in Belize and it's like, yo, I need somewhere to stay, I can send them to my land and say, go ahead, build a cabin, plant some stuff, right? I'll be there eventually. Or maybe not, maybe they'll just inherit it that way. I don't care either way, because frankly, land ownership is a scam, okay? So, like, how do you own the thing that's going to outlast you? It's not like it's not alive, right? So how do you own it, or does it own you, right? You're the one that came from it. You're the one that will return to it. It's going to outlast you. It's going to outlive you. You're the one that can't live without it. It can live without you. So the concept that you can own it is just really arrogant concept, right? So I don't trip about that. But anyway, so I had followed through with that mission, and here I am at home. And so I have been really putting the word out to people like, listen, I've got this land. I've got these 9 acres here in PA. If you're nearby and you're wondering where the heck you're going to go, you're getting that feeling like you need to get out. You're getting that feeling like you need to be in some sort of situation where you can survive off the grid. Get to me, right? So I connected with this lady and instantly just really loved her. Y'all know I love Black people in general. I really love bright, intelligent Black people, right? And so, I love children. And so she's like all of the above, right? And so we connected. And so last night, this is why my bed is moved. I moved my bed last night because I was freshening the spaces. I opened up this door behind me. This door hasn't been open in probably like 35 years. So I'm currently in what was my dad's office. And when this turned into his office, I'm serious, guys. It probably was like 35 years ago that door was sealed and became a wall. And so in order to get to his office, you had to go around. right? You had to go around the house, like not around outside of the house, but um, just around the other rooms, right? You had to go through the other rooms and enter through this other door. And so I finally opened up that door and gave access, which completely shifted the energy of the house, I should say. Um, it was deep, you know. I opened up that door and I opened up the front door and I opened up the two back doors on either side because the way the house is, that front room, the throne room, is like a double wide. And then the house like runs two identical rooms, boom, 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 all the way to the back, right? So there are three rooms till you get to the back door. So four, because you've got the front room, then you've got okay, so the front room is one, and then you've got 1, 2 beside each other, 3, 4 beside each other, and then 5 and 6, which is the kitchen and the last room. So there's a back door in the kitchen and a back door in the last room. So I opened up the two back doors and I opened up the front door and I opened up all the doors in between and I let air move through here. And that is literally the first time air has moved completely through the house in that way in 35 years, because this door has been closed for that long. This door has been operating as a wall. So that was pretty deep, right? That was like deep. It was definitely something, right? But I was doing this because what I was doing is rearranging the house in such a way that at any moment we could configure it differently to accommodate different family sizes, right? So I was putting myself in this room, opening that door so I could have access to the bathroom, and just in general, just switching up the movement of the energy in the house in preparation for this friend who was going to come with her kids, right? And still might come, I don't know. And so she's going through a thing, right? Like her guy is, they've been married for some years. All the children are his, to my understanding. They've been married for some years. And their marriage is kind of unraveling, right? Which we all know that that's happening to a lot of us. A lot of us are dealing with relationships that are coming undone because the fact is it's just the separating of the wheat from the tares, right? And the word tells us how, like in this age, families would start to split apart and then spirit families would start to form. So natural families would break apart and only those in natural families who are spiritual family members would gather together, and then those spirit families are gathering. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of divorces. There's a lot of like really big betrayals that people can't bounce back from. There's a lot of just outgrowing people, right? Like it is what it is. And I don't mean to keep you guys forever, but we really have to talk about this thing that it's on my heart. And so in her planning to come here and bring the children, she was not planning to tell her husband about any of it until she was like on the road, you know, which I understand because I just had to make that kind of move. If the Most High is telling you, you have to make that kind of move where you don't say anything to anybody, you just make your moves and duck out. You got to do that, right? I'm not speaking against her decision to remove herself and the children from the environment without giving him warning or notice or involving him or anything like that. However, here is the trouble, and this is what I would like to talk to you all about because this is a chronic illness in Black communities, okay? In her plan to do that, she has built into the plan these ways in which her husband has to support her because they're his children. And I don't know who is teaching people that they get to have all the freedom while other people have to carry the responsibility. Half our brothers are in jail behind this bullshit. And that's a fact. They're not in jail because they're bad fathers. They're not in jail because they're negligent fathers even. Half the brothers are in prison today local, county, state, federal prisons today, because some woman somewhere felt like she should have all of the control over the children. She makes all of the decisions, and that his role is simply to be a puppet for her in supporting her in doing what she's trying to do. Good morning, Jess. Mwah. Grand Rising girl. So I'm talking, Jess, about this thing that is in Black communities where there are half the Black men in prisons and jails are in prisons and jails because Black women believe that we get to have all of the control over the children, and that somehow the men in our lives, those children's fathers or other men, have some responsibility to uphold those decisions, right? So like I get to say what school the kid goes to, but then you have to drive 45 minutes every day or 3 days a week to pick them up from school. You don't get to say as a man, you don't get to say, yeah, that's too inconvenient for me. Like, I think that they should go to this school, it's closer, or this school that's closer to my house, or this school that's closer to my job. You don't get a fucking opinion about that, right? As a Black man, you don't get a say in that part of it. But then you're expected to drive way out there. Or if you can't drive way out there when she's applying for the school and you're like, I don't think this is practical, right? We can't afford this school, just what it's going to cost us in gas money to pick the kid up. We can't afford. But because you want to impress whoever you want to impress, you made a decision that your kids got to go to this school all far and expensive. And now their daddy got to not be shit for the next 9 years that they're in the school because he is either unwilling or unable to uphold what must be upheld in order for that to still happen. He either can't get to the kids 3 days a week or 2 days a week. He can't drive out that far, or, you know, it schedule wise, it doesn't work, or financially, he can't make the school payments every month. Right. And Black women, then your response, Black women, is that he ain't shit as a father. No, you ain't shit as a mother. You so big and bad to make all the fucking decisions about what the kid needs, where the kid's going to go, what the kid doesn't need, what they're allowed to have, what they're not allowed to have, who they're allowed to be with, who they're not allowed to be with. You want all the power, then all the responsibility lies on you. You only share as much responsibility in any situation in your life as you share power. If you're not sharing power, you're not sharing responsibility. Nobody else is responsible to uphold your dictated mandates. Nobody else is responsible for that. That's why I ain't fucking sweating the state running out here talking about the bullshit they talking about. You fuck out of here. You don't know shit about my kids, and you ain't finna know shit about my kids. And the Most High will uphold that. Right? So here this lady was planning to move. These people live states and states away. So here you have this lady who's sneaking her children away from her husband, from their dad. She's not going to say shit to him until they're like on the road. And she's pissed off because as she's executing that plan, he's not doing shit like coming and getting the kids when she needs him to come get the kids so she can work. He's not bringing dinner on time when she needs him to bring dinner, shit like that. Like, it does not work like that, ladies and gentlemen. It does not work like that. No one else, I don't give a shit. And the argument, well, they're his kids too. If they're not his kids too, enough for him to have a say in whether or not you can drag them states the fuck away to someone's house that he's never met. Right? Like, she's a whole plan to come here and live here with those kids. And it's a beautiful plan. I would love for them to come. Right? But the truth is, their daddy don't know me. He don't have no connection with me whatsoever. And so if they're her kids enough that she can make that kind of decision and make that kind of plan to where I'm rearranging my house to accommodate them, right? I'm the wrong person to call and give the gripe to that he didn't come and get the kids so she could work, because she works from home, but she needs quiet. So he didn't come and get the kids so she can work from home to make the money to make the move. Now, she's not saying to him, well, I'm trying to make this interstate move with the kids and I'm really trying to stack my bread, right? She ain't saying that to him because it's not his business. They're her kids. She can do what she wants with her kids, right? Well, if they're your kids enough that you're the only one making all the decisions, you're making decisions that you know are going to have a negative impact on this person even. Not like it's just a random decision like, they'll wear blue coats instead of red coats today. We're talking about a life-changing decision she's making for this man with 3 different children. That's 3 people, that's 4, because she's his wife. So her and 1, 2, 3 children. The decision she's making, is going with 4 people that this man is responsible for. She's making this decision that's going to traumatize him. It's going to hurt him. It's going to impact his life for the rest of his life and his relationship with those kids for the rest of their lives. This is a man who's seen his children every single day. They've been married, y'all. So she thinks that she is in position to decide without discussing with him that she's rolling out. Her and the kids are rolling out, right? But then she doesn't understand how it's only fair for him not to put gas in her fucking car, not to bring dinner by, not to pick up the kids so you can work. She thinks that's not fair. They're his kids too. Bitch, that wasn't his kids too. What do you mean they're his kids too? Did you talk to him about moving them out of fucking state? No, because they're your kids then, right? So they're your kids when you're doing all this planning and shit. But they're his kids when it comes to foot the fucking bill. And you black women are terrible with that shit. And it's why half our fucking brothers is locked up. It ain't because they're bad fathers. It's because you can't fucking control them. And so you think that you have a baby and now you get to control that man. And because he won't be controlled by you, now you're going to use the children as leverage to cause him pain and suffering and to get the man on his fucking back. And I hate that shit. She cannot fucking come here like that. She cannot. Absolutely not. So when I'm trying to talk to the sister about it, now she wants to get into, well, I don't agree, and we share different opinions. No, this is not an opinion. This is the shit that the Bible's talking about when it says people are lovers of themselves and haters of justice. Because that's not justice. That's not fair. I'm not saying, I don't know their relationship. I don't know what's going on, right? I'm not saying she has to tell him about her plans and shit. If she knows she got to sneak and get away, sneak and get the fuck away. But then leave that man the fuck alone. You don't get to harass him about gas money so you can sneak the fuck away. That's not how that goes. And then now add to it this other dynamic that's really disturbing. Brother Kareem, bless up. Grand Rising and happy birthday. Hey. Brother Kareem done turned 50. 50. Yeah, baby. I can't wait to turn 50. Trying to be like you. Right? But to add insult to injury with this situation, here's the fucked up thing about it. The fucked up part about it is that the whole reason she's trying to sneak away is because she believes her husband is losing his mind, right? She thinks he's kind of coming undone a little bit. So you married to this man. Y'all been married like almost 10 years. Y'all got 3 kids together. And now his health is failing, because when you're losing your mind, that's a health issue, right? So his health is failing. So because his health is failing, you finna duck off, sneak off, and build yourself a whole brand new fucking life. Take his kids from him. Not say shit to him. But during the time that you're watching him come undone, you feel like you can add the fucking pressure of him having to support your movement that he doesn't even know is a movement against her. Exactly, Jessica. How the fuck come if you believe he's really losing his mind as a wife, the last thing you would want to do is fucking traumatize the man by stealing his whole family away. Right? Like, what happened to the part where you give a shit about your fucking husband who's losing his mind? If you believe he's losing his mind, right? Now, she's doing everything in her power to convince me of that. I don't know. Maybe it's just a manipulation tactic. I really don't know, because it could be that she just wants me to think he's crazy to justify this slick shit, this fuck shit that she's doing of sneaking away from a perfectly good fucking husband and not saying shit and rolling out. Or maybe he is losing his mind. What happened to better or worse, Jessica? Right? Because if that's the case, if the man is losing his mind, then why would you be like, it don't fit, it don't add up, right? If he's losing his mind enough that it's a situation where you got to sneak and get your kids the fuck up out of there, how can you then on the other side of that coin be like, he didn't even come by, I said 3 o'clock, it's 3:15 and he's not here with my dinner. He knows I need to eat early because I got to go to work, I got to clock into work. He got to be here to get these kids out of here and bring me my dinner. He's crazy enough that you got to sneak away and steal his fucking kids, but he ain't crazy enough to catch a fucking break for you scheduling. He ain't crazy enough to get your fucking support. No. You black women better cut that shit out. Y'all think that shit's righteous? Y'all think that, well, they're his kids too. Yeah, well, how about they be his kids too when it's decision time? How about they be his kids too when you think about life without the fucking kids and the fact that this man has never had a day of his life without involvement with his own children? But they're only your kids when you decide you want to fly the fucking coop and go run the streets, right? You want to go run it. You want to come up to Pennsylvania and, like, you know, I don't know what, smoke blunts and go to bars and shit with me because I'm on Facebook crying. I need some friends. Listen, first of damn all, I got some local people I could link with, Jessica, if I want to do all that. Right? But come on, because I'm here for the gathering of the saints. Come from far and wide if you righteous. But y'all can't come and bring your funky ass karma up in here. I'm not going to help none of these women do this shit to these fucking men. I'm not going to help her do this to this man. And this isn't a matter of my opinion versus her opinion. Justice is justice. Fair is fucking fair. There's no situation in life. Zero. No situation in life where you get to have all the control and other people have to share the responsibility. You have exactly as much control as you are willing to take responsibility. In those areas where you do not have responsibility, where other people have to or are required in your brain to carry some of the weight, is exactly the proportion to which those people get to make fucking decisions. There's no world wherein you get to make all the decisions, especially around children. You get to make all the decisions around the children, but someone else somewhere is supposed to, I don't give a shit if it's their daddy, their mama, their grandfather, the government. None of that shit. You want to drive up and down them damn roads every day? Guess whose responsibility it is to fill in the potholes? I don't want to hear why isn't Governor so-and-so down here in the hood fixing potholes. Why? Because his ass is making sure the roads is nice where the fuck he drives. So where you drive, if you don't like it, Governor so-and-so, that ain't his fucking problem. It's really not his problem. That's your problem. You the one drive up and down them roads and smoke weed on, and, you know, do whatever you do on them roads, right? You drive back and forth freely on them roads. It never occurred to you that winter was going to come and that the snowplow was going to come. And now you go, oh, they won't even plow our street. They won't even, y'all niggas ain't paid taxes in a million motherfucking years. Listen, I come from the school to get some money back at tax time. I ain't paid no income tax. It's a very rare occasion on the year when I pay an income tax. Okay? You don't want to pay no fucking taxes. You always got a way to tax money's your money. But somehow in your brain, Uncle Sam is supposed to fix the roads outside your house. Uncle Sam is supposed to educate your children in a suitable manner. Uncle Sam is supposed to, what? Why? Who the fuck is you? You ain't footing the bill for that. You get to have all the control, but Uncle Sam got to foot the bill. You get to have all the control over the kids, but they daddy got to foot the bill. That's not how that works. That's just not how that works, guys. Now, you're a tax-paying citizen, right? You paying them high-ass Coatesville taxes, right? Property taxes in Coatesville higher than a mug, right? You paying them high-ass Coatesville property taxes. You got a right to be down City Hall like, yo, ain't nobody picked up my trash this week. What's going on here? Right? But when they say, well, the trash truck's broken and we need, like, you know, $1 million to buy a new state-of-the-art trash truck. So until we raise the $1 million for the trash truck, ain't nobody shit getting picked up. Now, you better be coming out your pocket and putting in the $1 million pot. Because if you ain't coming out your pocket and putting in the $1 million pot for the new trash truck, your trash is your problem. Freedom and responsibility are two sides of the same coin. Yeah, I'm burning mine too, Jess. We burn ours too. Freedom and responsibility are two sides of the same coin. Any situation where you decided that you are the dictator, you are the decision maker. Other people's lives, nobody, I don't give a damn what the situation is. There are not other people who are required in any way, shape, or form to accommodate that. They're just not required. It's their choice. They get to opt the fuck out. Only people who cannot opt out of the responsibility are the people who made the choice. People who did not make the choice do not get to opt out of the responsibility. And just in case anybody gets it fucked up, and I'm not speaking of situations where a girl gets pregnant and then the guy wants her to abort, but he won't abort. And now he's saying, well, you chose to have that baby. First of all, get out of here with your fuck shit, because you laid down and planted that seed. So that was your choice, boo. That was your choice to make a baby, bruh. So no, I'm not giving no guys no pass that wanted a girl to get rid of it, right? There was an it to get rid of. And you made the choice to plant the it inside her belly. So you made that choice. Now you have a responsibility. But if she usurps authority, you made that choice. Now you have a responsibility. And you say, I don't want my baby born in a hospital. You say, I don't want my baby having formula. You say all this shit. And she says, fuck you. I'm having my baby in a hospital. My baby's going to drink Similac. Fuck you. She don't get to now call you and say, baby needs a blanket. Baby needs diapers. Fuck out of here. That's your baby. That ain't our baby. That's your baby. I'm not buying diapers for Similac shit. I'll buy diapers for breast milk shit. Okay? Because my babies drink breast milk. And those are the babies I diaper. Them babies that drink Similac over there, I don't know whose problem that is, but it ain't mine. You have a right to that shit. Your rights go directly according to your responsibility. And your responsibility goes directly according to your rights, your freedom. So it really broke my heart last night. The conversation got like really fucking weird, because I'm like, first I'm just trying to reason with her like, sis, first of all, have fucking compassion on the man. Like, if you think he's losing his fucking mind, why do you keep like bashing him like he's so fucking irresponsible? You can't have both together. If you're saying the man's coming undone, leave him the fuck alone. Stop stressing him. But you damn sure don't get to stress him to support a plan that you ain't even going to fucking tell him about that's going to hurt him. How is she feel justified in trying to force a man to support a plan that she's not even telling him about that is going to hurt him? Like, what the fuck is y'all doing, man? You black women are the fucking worst. You are. You are the absolute worst. Because other women understand that. Other women understand that if I want him to buy school clothes and to pay school tuition, he gets a say in what fucking school they go to. And if I'm going to override his opinions that the school is too far away and the school is too fucking expensive, if I'm going to override that because I want to impress my friends, or I want whatever my reason is, that I insisted my children go to this far-ass, expensive-ass school, I want to override his opposition to that and say, oh, well, they're my kids. They're already enrolled. They start on Tuesday. We need backpacks by Monday. Yeah, bitch, you better get out there Sunday and get you some fucking backpacks, because that's not his fucking problem. And don't come at that, whatever his kids do, they need backpacks either way. No, fuck out of here with that bullshit. He does not have to support your decision. Your decision. You're not compromising with him. He don't get a say. That's your bag to carry. That's your bag to carry. Them kids that they daddy can't say shit about what happens with them, can't say shit about where they go, can't say shit about who they're with. Like, this is the stupidest shit I ever heard. Your baby daddy with somebody you don't like. First of all, I don't know how y'all don't never like nobody. Why? Because she chose to say she fucking the man. What, you mad that you ain't fucking him no more? Or you mad that you left him and you thought that man, he wasn't gonna never get no pussy no more? And so now I'm sorry, I know y'all, some of y'all don't like this language, but deal with it, right? You thought that because you wasn't gonna give him no more pussy, that he wasn't gonna never get none? So now you mad that somebody else was either smart enough or stupid enough to give him some. So now you don't like her. So now your kids can't go with their daddy because you don't like who he's with. Okay, rock out with it. Maybe he's with a ratchet. Maybe you were the best thing that ever happened to him. I don't know why everybody runs around thinking they're the best thing that happened to everybody. Well, if everybody's the best thing that ever happened to anybody, then all you are a bunch of fucking lames. All of us. We're all lames. It's like everybody's a king and a queen. Then a king and a queen doesn't mean anything. Then nobody's. If everybody's a king and a queen, then that means kings and queens don't exist. It means nobody's a king or a queen if everybody's a king and a queen. King and queen now mean common person. But you don't like that girl he's with. Your kids can't go around her. But then you wondering why he ain't come pick the kids up for the weekend. Well, because he's with his girl. They live together. So if the kids can't go around her, then they can sit around you. They can sit there with you. He don't have to come get them kids every other weekend and figure out how not to be with his girl. I don't give a shit if he just met the girl last night at the bar and come pulling up to pick up them kids. Guess whose business that is? His. Okay? They can have the same damn clothes they had on last night at the bar when they met. Still smelling like liquor. And they pull up. Told them, hey, I come to get the kids. Well, who's that bitch? Is that bitch you just met in the bar last night? Yeah, that's Trixie, right? My kids ain't going nowhere with Trixie. Oh, no, hell no. My kids ain't going nowhere with Trixie. Okay. He had every right to get his happy ass in the car with Trixie and pull the fuck off and not answer the phone. Now you calling and texting nonstop, calling this nigga here, this nigga here. You talking mean shit to him, mean shit about him to everybody you can come across. He ain't shit. He's supposed to come get his kids. He gonna choose that bitch over his kids. No, you chose your pride over reason. That's what had happened. He ain't choose that bitch over his kids. He showed up for the kids. You chose to try to be a controlling ass. I know, Jessica, Trixie, right? Listen, you ain't got the motherfucking like Trixie. He like Trixie, okay? Like, you guys have got to, this is injustice. These are the unbalanced scales that are an abomination. This is the loving of the self and the hating of justice that the Most High is purging. And I'm here to tell you, I don't give a fuck. Listen, around in my world, friends hurt each other's feelings enough to be like, that shit you doing not fair. It's not fair to them kids. It's not fair to that job. It's not fair to your mama. It's not fair. Like, when shit ain't fair, it ain't fair. It ain't right. It ain't right. So hurt my damn feelings, because I'm damn sure gonna hurt yours. Jessica, you come with some fuck shit you doing to somebody, I'm definitely gonna be like, yo, Jess, that's some bullshit you on. And I'm gonna take all the examples. I'm gonna have 88 examples to try to get you to see how that's some bullshit you on. And if you refuse to fucking see it and you want to be like, well, that's your opinion, guess what? We're not gonna have a whole lot of conversations after that. And I expect that from you, from me. Jetty, that's some bullshit you on. You can't do that. That's not fair. And if I refuse to come into reason and to adopt fairness and justice and truth and balance, cut my black ass off. Because I'm going to cut you off. I don't give a fuck who it is. There is a standard. There is a code of conduct. There are spiritual and natural laws that hold up the realm. And the realm is crumbling. The last age is coming to a close. Those kingdoms are fucking crumbling. And this kind of fuck shit is how those kingdoms are standing. And if this is the type of stuff that you're into, no, I don't care how many churches you run into. I don't care how many sage you burn. I don't care how many crystals you have. I don't care nothing about none of that. I don't care how well you read the tarot cards and how well you interpret dreams. I don't give a shit about none of that. If you're still doing this type of fuck shit and balance stuff where you take all the power, but then other people are somehow required and expected to foot the bill in one way or another, because it's not just monetary. It's about investment, energetic investment. Energy is the currency of the new age. So you expect other people to exert their energy in your bad fuck ass decisions, but nobody can tell you shit because you're so grown. You so grown to make them fucked up decisions. You be so grown to figure out how to maintain that bullshit that you want. Don't nobody else. You got 500 people standing around. Let me tell you something. My Aunt Carolyn, I love my Aunt Carolyn, bless her heart and soul. But when I got pregnant with Zania, my Aunt Carolyn was like, oh no, don't do that. You girl, you better have an abortion. She wanted me to have an abortion. I was ruining my life. Do you think I've ever one day in my motherfucking life asked my Aunt Carolyn for anything for my fucking kids? What the fuck do I look like? She gonna say get rid of the baby. I don't get rid of the baby, then I call her for some damn diaper money. Nah, I got this. Nobody that spoke a word against none of my kids that I have birthed have I ever asked for shit for them fucking kids. Not at all. And I'm going to do you one better. Because I know I just spoke to the gentleman and said to the gentleman, if you make a baby and then you want the girl to get rid of it and she don't get rid of it, that's not your out. That like, oh, well, I didn't want that baby. But see, I'm the type of person where you can take that fucking out. Because I believe in my decision enough that, listen, if you don't want the blessing that it is going to be in this child's life, you free to motherfucking go. Check my work. Okay? You don't have the right to force other people to support your fucking decision. You don't have the right to do that. Especially decisions that they're not even privy to. Like how? How does she think that that's okay? It is so fucked up on so many levels. You've been with this man for like 7-8 years. You guys been married. You've raised 3 children together. And now you think he's starting to lose his mind. So you're going to sneak the children away, states away, take them to a strange person's house that he's never fucking met. You're not going to say shit to him until you on the fucking road. But you expect him to continue to stay on schedule and get the kids out of your hair so that you can work extra hours so that you have enough money to make that move. And he ain't shit when he don't show the fuck up. And never mind the fact that you just assume the nigga stupid and ain't listened to no phone calls, or that the kids ain't say, Daddy, we're moving. It's crazy. This is crazy. You guys are crazy with it. Yes, Jessica. Hey, Sister Teresa. People can't handle truth. Fuck them. I don't give a damn. Listen, if it's just me and my kids in this house, the only people out here that can handle fucking truth, and the whole world goes up in smoke, and we're the only ones sitting here like, yeah, truth fucking matters, and fucking, I'm okay with that. Look, there'll be a few here and there. Yeah, well, truth be told, Jessica, after our conversation last night, I'm kind of wondering who's the one that's going crazy. I'm kind of wondering that, because she's real fucking smart, way too fucking smart to not have understood when I said to her, sis, you cannot make these kinds of decisions without consulting him. And then like they're your kids when you're making major life decisions, and then turn around and be pissed off when he's like, they're your kids when you got some shit to do. Like, you got to pick a fucking struggle, sis. Now I'm trying to talk to her like real cool, like at first, but then she went, well, that's just your opinion. And like, don't start barking on me about opinion. It's not no fucking opinion. This is how the fuck shit works in the real world. She's the one that's delusional. So maybe what she's calling him being crazy is just him trying to make sure she don't do no fuck shit with them kids while she's coming undone. Because a lot of the crazy that she's claiming he is that he's sabotaging her movements. Little shit like, cutting wires on a car, or, when he knows that she has to be somewhere to make some money, then he doesn't come, and little shit like that, right? Making it so that she has to be in the house and all this type of shit. Well, who's the fucking crazy one here? Who's the crazy one? I don't know right now. But I know this. I know she's going to have to correct that fucking karma before she can come here. She cannot come here with that fucked up karma. Oh, no, hell no. This was a refuge for the men since I've been in this house. All 40 years of it. All 40 years that this house has been home to me, this has been a refuge for people from the fuck shit like that. Them kind of wicked, unbalanced scales. I got all the control. I got all the power. I got all the control. But why haven't you? You're 5 minutes late with my dinner. Like, wait, what? I told you these kids had to be at band practice. Yeah, but I told you that I didn't want them in that band. That band leader is a weirdo, and I don't want him in that band. I don't trust it. I don't like it, and they sing all weird songs. Well, I don't care about that. It's for the kids. Unreasonable. He ain't get that shit for Christmas. He's somewhere like, Christmas is pagan, right? And that it worships the devil and stuff. So that's not for us. We need to come out of that. We don't need no tree and Christmas and this and that. We ain't doing that no more. What? How you gonna do that to the kids? You better be. I need $500 because we're gonna split the cost for this new game. Now he ain't shit because he didn't spend his money to support some shit that he don't support. Who the fuck is telling you black women that this is okay? And then y'all gonna add insult to injury, and now you're gonna get the man involved and lock him the fuck up for not supporting your fuck shit. Half the time y'all won't even let them see these kids that you somewhere crying that they won't support. The fuck? How does that work? How does that work? The kids be good with none of that. Trust me, we ain't did Christmas in years in my house. Ain't nobody do. My kids look sad, broke down, and like, oh my God, what did she do to those kids without Christmas? We fine. They fine. Everybody fine. We never had, as a matter of fact, my dad never did that growing up. It wasn't until the white women's kids got older and started comparing themselves to kids at school that Christmas ever entered this house right here. In real rap. My dad never did fucking Christmas up here for us. He was like, yeah, it ain't our shit. It's like, well, it ain't our shit. Was we somewhere with our hearts all sad and broken? No. We was the fuck fine. And we did whatever little Christmas we felt like we needed to do. Go and buy a little old short tree, put it on your little dresser and stuff. You only have as much rights as you have responsibility. You only have as much power and you only have as much freedom and power as you have responsibility. The point at which other people share the load is the point at which other people have a right to influence where the fuck the load is going to go, what is going to be in the load, how far we got to travel with it, when we take a break. So pick your struggle. You want to be the sole person that gets to have all the say about the kids? You need to know you are the only person that is responsible to feed them, clothe them, and all of these things while you have all the say. Point fucking blank. Point blank. You're the only one that has to deal with that. You want to be the one to decide where the kids go to school? They daddy don't get an opinion about that? You're the only one required to pick them up from school. You're the only one required to pay for them field trips. You're the only one that needs to be buying them uniforms and shit. I'm sorry. He says, I don't want them going to that school. I think uniforms remove their individuality. Yeah. No, use the other way. He says, I think uniforms remove their individuality, right? You say, well, uniforms prevent bullies. He says, bullshit. Kids get beat up in uniforms all the time, right? They just find other shit to bully about.
Push play, they ain't gonna like that.
Do I have to do this right now?
Oh, okay.
I'm live, dear. Send it to me. Send it to my message. Good morning. Like, I do want to see it though, so make sure you send it. Don't forget, send it right now. It's not how this is not how it works, girls. He says, I don't want them going to school with uniforms. I want my children to be able to express themselves through fashion. You say, well, I read and the school district said they're going over the uniform because there's too much tension in the schools over who got name brand shit on. And he says, well, that's one of them things that you just got to learn to deal with in life. Sometimes you got the fly shit, sometimes you don't. You got to learn to deal with that in life. I want them to learn to deal with it while they're in school rather than to think that everyone is going to wear the same shit just to prevent them from feeling however they feel about not having to fly shit. I'd rather they go through the process of developing a sense of self where it doesn't matter what they have on. They know who the fuck they are, whether they got the fly shit or not. And you say, well, the principal recommended. The school district recommended. My grandmother said, so they're going to a school where they got uniforms. Fine. This nigga don't have to buy uniforms, backpacks, pencils, none of that shit. And don't say, well, they would need pencils either way. So fucking what? They only need his pencils when he gets a say. They're still his kids, are you sure? They don't get to just be his kids when it's time to break that bread. And then they're your kids when it's decision time. Nah, it's wickedness. She can't come here like that, y'all. She can't come here like that. She got to straighten that shit out. Nobody can come here like that. This is not my opinion. Balance is balance. Justice is justice. I will tolerate no injustice up under me. I will damn sure not support any injustice. It won't be under my roof. It's not going to happen. People hate the fact that my kids can talk to me all crazy and be like, Mom, like if I'm doing something shady to Lulu, Muffin be like, Mom, but you're not listening. Lulu, XYZ, and you, PQRST. Now you're yelling at Lulu, but this shit's on you. People, oh my God, you let your kids talk to you any old kind of way. Fuck you mean any old kind of way? That's called wisdom. Yeah, I teach my children to be bold and to fight for wisdom and fairness. So if I'm being unfair, anybody, I don't give a shit, it could be a baby, can pull my coat, tell me, Jetty, you know that shit ain't fair. You know that's not right. That's not okay what you're doing there. Oh, well, that's your opinion. These are my kids. No. I'm not throwing something out there that I don't live by. And it's not my opinion. I didn't come up with it myself. An unbalanced scale is an abomination to the Most High Yah. I don't do abominations, you guys. I don't do abominations. It's not what we're going to do. It's not personal. And I don't think I'm better than people, but I damn sure know I make better choices than a lot of people. Did I say I make perfect choices? Y'all know better. Okay, I live far too out loud to try to be on here trying to present that I make some perfect choices all the time. Y'all know I'm always sharing my fuck shit, dumb shit. Okay, I got a nigga now that I'm trying to figure out, well, what the fuck, how the hell did I fall for this shit to where I'm dealing with this nigga that I say to him, yo, you got to talk to me nice or don't talk to me. And the nigga just decides to stop fucking talking to me. Now, I can blame him, but somewhere along the lines, I got to realize I made the decision to let that fuck ass nigga into my life, into my fucking bed. That was my decision. Right? So I'm not trying to present that like I'm some holier than thou guru or no bullshit like that. But truth is fucking truth. If I'm the only person willing to tell the people the daggone truth, then fuck it, I'll be the one to tell the truth. But I tell you what, I'm not going to import people into my life that won't recognize truth. That when they hear truth, they want to start talking about your truth and my truth and everybody has a different truth. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. No, everybody does not have a different truth, guys. Everybody doesn't have a different truth. That's not how that works. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Truth is absolute. Truth is a balanced scale. There's no opinion on what a balance. Well, you think this is balance, and I think this is balance, and they think this is balance. That's not how that works. Balance is balance. Truth is truth. These are absolutes. So the absolute truth of the fact is you have as much responsibility as freedom. If you're the person making all of the decisions, you are the person who must carry the weight of those decisions. Point blank. You are the person with all the freedom. You are the person with all of the responsibility. Point blank. And that applies to all relationships and all circumstances, but it absolutely applies to raising children. If you are the person who has decided that you make all of the decisions for these children, other people, the government, no one else is required to uphold those decisions. It just is what it is. So we're almost an hour in. Tracy, hey, popping in to see me, huh? I was catching you guys live for a while there. I was like catching it like almost every morning, but I'd be forgetting because I get caught up. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, guys. We're like an hour in. I know I did a lot of cussing and ranting and stuff. I'm charged up. I don't know what's up with this moon. This moon got me like on bring it, right? It's a bring it moon for me. So anyway, it's your girl Jetty, Empress Jetty, the Rabble Rouse. We're coming at you from Black Enlightainment, where we do what, guys? We're broadcasting consciousness, right? And if you haven't already, please go to the YouTube channel, Black Enlightainment. Listen to the playlist entitled The Culture, guys. Give me some feedback on those songs. Clearly, they're not like technically super excellent, right? They're a hot mess, technically speaking. But the songs are cool. I think you'll like the songs. If you're an artist or you're in the business or you know people in the business and they're righteous people, send them my way. Maybe we could build and do some cool stuff together. Word. And with that, I am out up here, you guys. Y'all be glorified, magnified, and praised. Thanks for watching, guys. We will talk later tonight. Probably be reading from Black Love Matters tonight. Or maybe we'll do a little scripture. We'll see. Who knows? But, usually about 7 to 8, I'll be on. So peace out. Bye, YouTube. I've been forgetting about YouTube over there, guys.